You're a triple OG, homie. You've been around. You've seen the industry change.
To be an artist, bro, an actor, a comedian, a singer, you need to have an ego, man. And anybody that says, oh, no, look how humble he is, bullshit. Your pain, the shit that happened to you, bro, the shit you hide from everybody, the shit you're embarrassed of, take that on stage. That becomes your fingerprint. To a young comic, I say you're special. Your story is special. You just need to tell your story on stage.
This is the True Hustle Podcast with your host, JR.
This is the True Hustle Podcast with your host, JR.
Everybody, you've been around. You're a triple OG. You've been a Jay Leno back in the days. But we were over there talking in the office, and this is something important to me,
Yeah.
And it's like, I think I'm in a stage in my life where, like, I want to be the best dad ever,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I see you super involved with your kids. I know they do a lot of the, back end stuff,
Yeah.
But it wasn't always like that.
No, man. We were talking about sports, I guess, because you were telling me that your dad was real tough, really tough on you. And then you asked me if I was an intense dad. This is backstage before we started the show. And I told you if I could be the realest I could be with myself, I wasn't an intense dad, bro. I was really a fucking asshole dad. And I would because I didn't know the psychology behind sports, man. I just grew up, and then the little league that I saw was like Echo Park, Silver Lake, Bellevue. When I was in Bow Heights as a little kid, come from Mexico, I didn't play any sports. We were too fucking poor. But then, the old style of coaching was just a lot of yelling, right? Mm-hmm. And then as my kid got good, my oldest one, who plays pro ball in Europe, he just got back last month. He plays pro baseball, and the Czech Republic. So, but the man that I met who changed my life, bro, was he passed away, was Mike Spears. And Mike Spears, a lot of the MLB guys that are playing right now played for him. Actually, really? Freeman played for him,
Nah.
Yeah.
That's
and
dope.
then my friend drafted him. My friend Tom Batista drafted him when he was at the Braves.
Okay.
And then, so I knew all these people from this higher level, bro. And then Tom's stepson is Kristen Yelich, who is the center fielder for the Brewers. So I met these guys at really high level. At the time, there's a guy named Xavier Paul who played for the Dodgers. I remember, a little black dude. And so these guys, bro, Steve Garvey's son was in this program with my son. So was Lenny Dykes. Anyway, man, one day, I'm driving with Mike Spears, and I have my two sons who were barely starting high school, bro. And then I never had a man talk to me like this, right? Because he saw how, we would talk about philosophies. And Mike was driving, and I was a passenger, and both my boys in the back. And then just Mike goes, "Hey guys," he goes, "Your dad's an idiot, huh?" Right? And then I stood quiet, right? And then he told me why I was an idiot. And then he actually told me what book to read, bro. The first one I had already started reading books on trying to change myself, because I was kind of stuck in that old school mentality of a husband, old school mentality of a dad. And so that was one of the books. When he recommended the book is called The Mental Game of Baseball, right? It was written by a therapist that was, who Scott Boras is, right?
Yes.
Scott Boras, who always has the 25 highest paid players in MLB. So he hired this guy who wrote this book. I forget the therapist's name. He actually hired him to be in his building, in his office, and this guy ended up writing 4 or 5 books about the mental game of baseball, Okay. And then when my friend told me to read this book, I go, well, how is it gonna help? He goes, man, it's gonna make you a better person. It's gonna make you a better husband, and make you a better father. So when I read it, I realized all the encouragement I was giving, bro, was wrong. It was all this fucking, all the catch it, you fucking pussy, right? Right? And then you're driving home, and I would talk shit to him. I go, really? You don't want to hit the ball, man? What kind of fucking bullshit is that?
Fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, wasting my time. And then, dude, I could just see them shrivel up, dude. And then he told me, No, he didn't tell me. I read this was in the book, The Mental Game of Baseball. So any dad out there, man, that they have a kid in sports, if you don't want to, because I've seen so many kids that are good athletes quit. They quit. Yeah, you see a lot of a lot of kids that could have gone and played college or junior college. They don't, man, because now they're an adults and they can tell they know they're adults, bro. When you're coming out of high school, you young men, they know, they can go fight a war, they can get drafted, so they know they're men, man. So they have the balls to tell you, I don't want to play no more. And you're like, well, ¿por qué, mijo? I just don't want to play no more. But they really want to say, like, you fucking ruined it for me. You took the happiness away. So there was an incident where I had read this book because he wrote the mental game of coaching, the mental game of batting, so I read all of them, bro, and I gathered all this really good information about how to talk to someone, right, and how to encourage. And I remember my son was slumping, man. He was a junior college in Ventura, and he was a third baseman, and he was fucking striking out. And the coach, he was kind of a dickhead coach, and he told my son, I remember I could hear him. He goes, like, he struck out, and he's, what the fuck? What are you, stupid? Something like that, right?
Oh, the coach to your son?
My son, yeah.
Oh, it was a fighting word, homie.
Yeah. Yeah, but see, my kids, bro, I never wanted to jump in, bro. I always wanted them to handle their own wars. I could have easily jumped in, bro, and been that guy. But you got to remember, at this time, I already read a lot,
Okay. It's good.
Like, so I just, one of the things it says, if your kid is struggling in sports, this is to all the dads and moms out there, man. If your kid is struggling in sports, there's this mental thing called like a mental choke. Like when people say you choke, that came from you feel like you're choking, bro. Like you can't breathe, because
suffocating.
Because you're suffocating because you're not playing good. Your teammates know you're not playing good. The coaches know you're not playing good, and all the parents can see you're not playing good. So you really can't breathe, bro, right? Now you get in the car with your parents, right, where you're supposed to like breathe and go, fuck, right? But then now they got you in this in like this thing, and so you're choking already when you get in the car, and now you hear like, what the fuck, man? Really not gonna hit the ball? So it's really it's a mental fucking trauma, bro. So in the book, it had said, if your kid, don't talk about the game unless they initiate the conversation, then that means they want to talk about it. And when they talk, no input. You don't have to give input, just listen, right? So I remember my kid was going through this horrible slump, bro, in junior college. And it was probably one of his worst days. And I remember what this book said, and I didn't bring it up at all. All I said was, hey, bro, you hungry? Right? And he said, yeah. And I know what he loves, bro. He loves sushi, right? He's my middle kid. I go, hey, dude, let's go get some sushi. And he goes, yeah. So we go, we eating sushi, bro. I buy him a beer, all right? He wasn't an adult yet, but still, fuck it, right? I mean,
great parenting right there, dog.
Yeah, I think he was 19 or whatever. I always, we drink a beer together. So we're shooting the shit, and then he brought it up, like, man, Dad, you see me? You see? I don't know what's going on. I go, no, dude. I go, I said, you're pressing. I go, you're trying to impress the coach. I go, don't impress the coaches. Don't impress me, dude. Just have fun. And then we changed the subject again, boom, boom, boom. And then I think I could see it in his face, bro, where he felt this weight off of him.
Relieved.
Because I think he made the connection that my love for him wasn't because he was a good athlete. Like, I could give a fuck, My point was that whether you're playing baseball, whether you're doing martial arts, I don't give a fuck. That's not why I love you. I love you because you're my son. And that's what I wanted to get across. Long story short, bro, they put him in a game one time to hit, he batted for the pitcher or something, hit a double. And then like the next game, they put him again, hits again. Then he's in the lineup again. Then he got his scholarship to San Francisco from there. But anyway, that's
fucking dope, though.
Yeah.
But it takes a lot. See, what you did, parents are not willing to do. It's like you have to identify, like,
that you have an issue first.
Like, I got a problem, dog.
All right.
I did it for me. Like, I felt that, I made a lot of mistakes with my oldest, so I identified the issue and how it could be better. Some parents don't want to better themselves and
Yeah.
shit, you know, and that creates a fucking bigger problem.
No, bro. I there's a it's funny, bro. For me, once I started gaining knowledge from Mike, then I realized, man, I should ask more questions. So I'd ask these dads, bro, that their kids, I would learn from dads that fucked up a lot. From dads that were like that. As I learned as much from a dad that had his son stable and get drafted. I learned as much from that dad as much as I did from the dad who his son quit high school because he yelled. And this guy wouldn't change his ways because I would see it and kind of, I could see myself, you know? So I would like, wow, that's exactly how I was. So I learned from the guys that fucked up, you know?
Yeah, because there's lessons on both sides of the fence.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I think every time I have somebody here that I see, like, you know, I see you on social media with your kids. Yeah. You know, I had Thatch in here, super, you know, this real estate guru guy. And I always ask those questions like, damn, man, like I'm in this journey, like, oh man, I want to be like them.
Right,
you know, like be super involved with my kids and shit.
Yeah.
It's something that I think it's priceless.
No, bro,
dog.
I honestly, there's another book, man, that I as far as like, there was a book I read called Raising Teenage Boys. I think it was the name of the book. It was really good. And then the one that I read was The Mental Game or The Psychology of Golf. Even though I don't play golf, you know,
it's fun, dog. Yeah, it's addictive, dog.
No,
just giving you a warning, homie.
Yeah. I got pitch and putt before, right? Okay. There's like 8 holes or 9 holes, pitch and putt, 9 holes, you know. But it's just not. I just believe it or not, I like tennis better, bro.
Really?
I know, yeah, it sounds weird, but I played tennis when I was younger.
Bro, it looks fun, dog. Like, you know, growing up in the hood,
yeah.
like for me, like all we see was just basketball and like fucking soccer. And that's it, dog. Like, you know, and it's like there's so many other sports that are fucking fun. I think tennis, I'll try it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit looks fun, dog.
yeah, it is fun, but it is, man. I guess no. Dude, if you do your research on what athletes live the longest, and there's tennis players, bro.
I gotta do.
You can literally Google that. And I was wondering, like, why is it tennis players? You know, and I think because, I mean, in baseball you get a pitch, right? You're thinking, you're boom boom, you're focusing on a baseball. Even right, basketball, but to move and hit this little ball, bro, when you're running full speed and get it in a corner or something, man, and run back, your mind is constantly like being active. And I think that's what keeps us from having dementia, right? Having an active mind. So I think
that's a great point.
So I believe that the fact that your body is doing the same work as your brain is why they consider, or the studies show, that tennis players live the longest. But anyways, man, it's not an easy sport, bro. It's frustrating. I have a coach that I go to every Tuesday, and Wednesdays, and I get frustrated. I get more frustrated than she does, bro, because I coach myself. Like I coach my kids a certain way, but when I'm playing and I don't return that ball right, and I fucking hit it, or you know, whatever, I fucking shank it, and I'm like, you know, instead of like saying like, come on, Willie, you got the next one, I'm like, fuck is wrong with me? God damn it, you know, I fucking start. I'm like, I don't know why, but then
I think that's all of us though. We're all like that.
Yeah.
But it's important how you talk to yourself. That's something that I've learned throughout this year.
Oh, right? For sure.
You know?
For sure, bro.
But going back to, like, being a dad and stuff like that, personally, I think that it has a lot to do with the way we were raised.
Yeah.
You know? And I think that we were programmed and we've seen certain things from our parents. You know, personally for me, I come from a straight, you know, I said this before, straight fucking paisa, fucking macho. My dad and my mom was a stay-at-home mom, super submissive. But, you know, I think some of the things that we deal with as kids, we repeat that behavior with our kids.
Well,
like, was that the case for you?
No. I think it happens to all of us, bro. I think all humans, you know, if you look at what they think about the brain now, right? They say the brain is exactly like a computer. Exactly, bro. It's just a lot more complicated, right? Like if we had to wire the brain, it'd be like a billion more wires than a computer, but it works the same way. So when you say your parents were that way, and then that part of you, your personality comes from that, it's learned behavior, right? Because when you're growing up, what you're learning is who's next to you, right? Who's raising you. So that's what you're learning. So there's two ways, there's two personalities, I believe, and this is no research. This is me, guessing, obviously.
This is the Willie Barcena theory.
Yeah, this is
right.
I think there's two types of people, bro. All right, you grow up with a fucked up dad, and if you grew up in the hood, we know this guy, right? You're like, hey, bro, why don't you be a better dad, or why did you leave your kids? And then they're, fuck that, my dad left me, I don't give a fuck, right? Like they're right? So they're justifying them being assholes, lazy, non-productive, fucking losers because they had a loser dad. So they're like, I don't give a fuck. And then so there's that one, type of personality, and then there's the other one, right? Because my dad left me when I was 6. And I never heard anything good about him, right? From my uncles, they always, he's a bum, he's an alcoholic, he's a loser. Never heard anything positive. And for me, it worked the opposite. I was like, okay, I don't want to be like this guy. I don't want to leave my kids. I want to play sports with them. I want them to say that my dad was in the stands, And I think for you, bro, it probably. I don't know what kind of dad. You tell me he was old school Mexican. Your mom was submissive.
Provider.
I seen that with my uncles, and that fucked up my relationships because I saw my uncles the way they were with their wives, and they always have viejas, dude. All my uncles always had viejas on the side, dude.
And the sunshine deck, fool.
Yeah. So I thought growing up, bro, for me, it was normal. It was to have an uncle that didn't have a chick on the side would have been weird. I'd be like, what's wrong with this guy? Yeah, like something's up with him. But so when I had a relationship, bro, and then they were mandones, they were like, hey, ¿dónde está la comida? And
aquí, pinche plato, más tortillas.
Yeah, la vieja, and like there wasn't this cariñoso, tender kind of relationships that I saw, bro.
The opposite.
So learned behavior. I was that bled into my relationships, and so I can see why the women I was with left me. I could easily say, fucking bitches, you know what I mean. But no, bro, it was me. Like I had a guy in the audience one time. And then I was talking about marriage, and I asked him something, and he goes, yeah, this is my 4th wife. And I go, don't tell me. The other 3 were bitches, right? And he's like shaking his head. He goes, and they're fucking, I was saying all these things about them, and he's like, yeah. And I go, bro, this is your 4th wife. I go, don't you think it might be you?
You're the common denominator here, fool.
So, yeah, man, that's how it affected me, bro. We're talking about learning and shit. But it's funny, bro, because I never bought roses before, like ever, bro, because I thought it was gay to walk into I honestly thought it was gay to walk into a flower store and walk out with a bouquet of flowers, bro. I always thought it was the gayest thing, like, fuck that. I remember once I bought them, but I took a trash bag with me, and I covered the fucking roses because I didn't want nobody to see me walking out with roses.
Big perro Willie with some roses, dog.
Yeah, bro. So, man, who's ever with any of my exes, man, I'm sure when they got flowers, they were like in love with those dudes, because I never did that shit.
I just think it takes age for you to look back and be like, damn, I did that shit to that girl. That's fucked up, dog. And then like somebody will come and sweep her off her feet with the simplest shit.
Yeah,
because we didn't want to do that type of shit.
Yeah, no, it's funny, bro. But I have a girlfriend now. I've been with her a year.
Did buy her roses, fool?
Buy her roses,
That's
dude.
Right.
I do. I buy her roses.
Chocolates, güey.
No, way, no. Se va a poner gorda, güey. No, I get her gifts, bro. I get gifts. I do things that I fucked up on, and gifts for no reason, and man, we can become selfish men, right? Because if you have a lady who loves you, and it's easy to take someone for granted, and then so I want to make sure They say the number one reason that women stray and cheat on you is because they don't feel valued, right? They feel unappreciated. So, when she goes to work or goes to the bank or goes to the market and there's some guy making her feel special, bro, man, those chances of her fucking up on you are fucking high as fuck, this shit that I learned, bro. I was a fucking knucklehead, bro.
Yeah, but I think it's an emotional disconnect between the man and the woman. Like, if there's an emotional disconnect, if she don't feel valued, appreciated, chances are she gonna fuck around and fuck somebody else, dog.
Yeah.
And that's just the truth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And it's and what makes it worse is that it's emotional. Yeah. And it's like, she's just like, fuck it. You know? I just think that's just horrible, dog. Like, fuck.
No,
and
man.
then there goes the marriage. Ya valió verga.
No, what I learned is that you got to keep, it's almost like a car, bro. You got maintenance. I'm not comparing a woman to a car, but you got to, if you don't fucking pay attention to the car, bro, you put oil in, you don't fucking give it its tune-ups, change the tires, your car's, and it's life, right? In a relationship, you have to water it. Plants, right? You don't fucking pay attention to a plant, it's going to die on you. I think humans are the same way. So your lady, I don't care how secure you are. I know dudes, bro, that have like women, they think they have the woman wrapped around, right? Because she does all these nice things and everything. And you don't reciprocate, right? You don't give anything back because you think you're the fucking Mr. Chingon. But the minute that woman will get tired, trust me, bro. I mean, look at fucking Tom Brady, dude, right? The fucking, the coolest, richest motherfucker in the, this guy can buy her mansions. He could buy her 3 mansions, bro. And who fucked her? The jiu-jitsu coach, bro. Why? Because he was holding her and probably look like she make little jiu-jitsu mistakes. And he's like, oh, no, come on. Let me show you how to do the guard. And and then a little jokey here and paying attention. This dude didn't even have fucking, guarantee he doesn't have millions. He's a jiu-jitsu coach, right? So, bro, I bet you just him paying attention made her feel like she had millions. Look at Elvis, bro. Elvis Presley, bro. The fucking king of kings with fucking women. Who does she fuck around with? Fucking karate instructor. That's who.
What's up with these martial art motherfuckers?
Because they're around them. Because they can hold them. Because they can. It's like, it's like.
And you know what's fucked up about that situation? Is that usually you would get mad and be like, I'm gonna go fuck this fool up. No, you're not, fool. That fool's a fucking jiu-jitsu coach.
Yeah.
He's probably a black belt, fool.
Yeah. No, but, I think guys should see that if these guys, man, can have their chicks leave, and they're multi-fucking billionaires, not even millionaires anymore, look at, how's that fucking schmucks like us, Fuck, dude.
Nos van a mandar la verga.
Yeah, and then, it's not the times from your mom's generation where the woman stayed home. Those days are over, bro. Those days are fucking over.
They're done.
Yeah.
And the submissiveness, done. It's becoming obsolete at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
You know how, moms from the rancho, all respect to my mom.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful lady, great lady. But, they're submissive. It's cultural.
Yeah.
Like, they're gonna be quiet. Like, ay, pues, tu papá dijo,
Yeah.
For these girls now, ni más hasta la verga, that, boom.
Dude,
Shit, look at my sisters.
Yeah.
Bro.
I sometimes, I don't even know, bro. I'm driving. If you're getting an argument with your lady, it's gonna be when you're driving, right? When you're lost somewhere or you're late. And I didn't know. I didn't know that I did this until my girlfriend pointed out, and she was like, "Hey, lower your voice," right? And I'd be like, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, your voice, you don't have to use that tone with me." And I have to whoa, fuck, I'm sorry, I didn't know, because it's such a costumbre, you know what I mean? That you're like, fuck, I got this, you know? And then, whoa. Like, what I'm trying to say is, like, women, like you just said, they don't put up with that shit, bro. They're like, you know, fuck you, take me home.
Yeah.
Or I'll take an Uber, drop me off
That's
right
what
here.
I'm saying, fool. Those things have changed too, fool.
Yeah.
They'll fucking get out the car, order an Uber in the corner.
Yeah. No.
But I don't think we realize sometimes that we do project our voice.
Yeah.
It's happened to me, and I didn't realize my girl's like, why you gotta scream?
Yeah.
But I wasn't screaming. She's like, bro, you were screaming.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, she don't call me bro, but like, you know, she's like, babe, you know, I was trying to sound cool right now.
Yeah.
And she's like, babe, you projected your voice. And I'm like, oh, fuck. You know, and I have a daughter, so I have a 9-year-old. So I never do, like, we never argue.
Wow,
So sometimes I just project my voice and I don't even know.
Yeah, especially I think they say some guys that I know that have daughters learn to be better husbands because you have a daughter. This is what I heard is that
we gonna touch on that right now
because you have a girl and you're like, okay, I want to show her how I when she finds a man, this is how she wants to be treated. See, so it's different. And then I had 3 boys. See,
no daughters?
No, I know I had 3 boys, bro.
Shit, you'll be a soft Willie if you were if you had a girl. But I'll tell you.
Well, you know what they say about boys, right? When you have your boy, you just have to worry about one dick, his dick, right? Like make sure he doesn't, you know, does the right thing. But you have a daughter, you gotta worry about 1,000,000 dicks. You know?
Yes, and it's true.
You know.
If I'm being honest, raising a boy and a girl is completely different. But I think me having my daughter changed a lot of things in my life. Yeah.
It probably got,
you know,
made you sensitive. And
bro,
sensitive is not a bad word, bro. There's guys who are like, look, I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat. I swear, bro. By the way, this last 4 years, I was leaning right though. You know, I was leaning to the right because of, you know, I think Democrats kind of lost their way a little bit, you know?
Started doing a lot of weird shit.
A lot of weird shit, bro. Like, you know, literally, you know, arguing for the guy who can have has a dick and can go to the, you know, the girls' restroom with kids in there. And they're like, yeah, you know, protect his rights. I'm like, okay, knock it off. You know, that's what I think Democrats are going to have to look at themselves, bro, reevaluate their standards. And come back to the middle somewhere because like I don't know how we got into politics. But I was gonna say something.
No, but it's fine because I'm gonna bring up a story that happened at Dodger Stadium Game 1. Remember when I brought up the same exact thing you said? I was like, so if you have a daughter, would you be okay with a guy she's in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Guy just comes in, whips his dick out, starts taking a piss in the same restroom as your daughter.
Yeah.
And she said, I don't see a problem with it. And I said, you need to go to church, lady. You need to fucking pray to Jesus Christ. What the
no, bro.
fuck is wrong with that picture, dog?
No, they did a lot of fucking weird shit. And then in the Olympics, there's another thing where they had Jesus, they were mocking Jesus, and then they had a lot of gay shit happening. You know, hey, look, so I'll be the first to defend the gay guy that's getting picked on. You know, I did years ago, I don't know, 20-something years ago, me and Felipe Esparza had a show in San Diego, and we fucking duked it out with some Marines because they were slapping a little gay dude around in the bar. So, you know, I'm not anti-gay, bro, but don't shove your lifestyle, like, in my face. It's like Hollywood with that whole gay stuff, like, every movie has a gay scene in it, like or lesbian, and they're only 3% of the fucking population. And then Latinos, we're like, what, 7, 8, like really way higher percentage. And sometimes I'll see a whole movie about Los Angeles and I don't see us in it. So that's why I think Democrats, they also with the crime, bro, with fucking, well, I don't know, where you could, they made shoplifting like getting a jaywalking ticket. And then so a lot of stuff they did. Look, bro, I'm an immigrant, but I remember my mom getting in line, bro. We used to get in these long lines in Tijuana to get to arreglar. We used to say arreglar, right? Vamos a arreglar los papeles. We're gonna get these long I remember, bro, where I was poor, I used to get dizzy to come to America, you know. And then and then now you have people that sneak in. I know Border Patrol guys, bro. Good friends with them in El Paso. these guys always come to my shows. We talk and have these deep conversations with them about the border, you know? And they're like they can't control it, bro. They can't control fucking, 8,000 people rushing at this. They can't, bro. But that was, again, I believe, that's all within the Democrats while they're on guard, right? Well, so I mean, a lot of things they drop.
It can be contained, but you choose not to contain it. For whatever motives. I think there's a lot of motives that people are starting to wake up, and they showed.
Yeah.
Just, 4 days ago? People are tired, dog.
Yeah.
No,
for sure, bro.
And it's like these people are taking it a little bit too hard, and they're like, well, then you did this. I was like, you know what? You know what I voted as? I voted as a parent.
Yeah.
So fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my thing. Like, I'm voting as a dad, and like, oh man, this shit is crazy. Like, don't manches.
I think, bro. Look, for me, when I saw Kamala, I don't know. When I saw her in interviews,
well, how many times me like the same thing?
When I saw her in interviews, bro, she couldn't get her point across, and then Trump is just, bro. He's an idiot, bro. He says the stupidest things where you're like, did this fucking guy just say that? So he's
like no filter.
So he's not, but he's not the brightest guy, bro. I mean, come on, I remember listening to Ronald Reagan, and I know his speeches were written for him, but it made me believe that this guy could run the country. I'm just crossing my fingers, like don't fuck up, like. Cause he's a crook, bro. He's a criminal too, all right? He's a gangster, bro. He's gonna some laws are gonna be to benefit Trump, bro, not the country. Like cause he's an investor. He invests in buildings. He invests this. So he'll. His first day in office is gonna be interesting. It'll be like, I just want to say that I pardon me, bro. For all those things I did, I pardon me. All right.
I learned my lesson. I slapped myself in the wrist.
Yeah.
No more. And then he's going to do his dance. Hey, I think I was pretty neutral. And I think you're right. I think there was it was kind of crazy to be in this. And I mean, we're in some crazy times, but it's like, damn, it's like picking a foot, huh? Like, which one do I shoot?
No, it was, bro.
The right one is my,
It down to which one made more sense.
Yeah.
Trump made
then
comments, Kamala couldn't answer, but which one answered confidently?
Yeah.
And it boils down to that. Like, who could actually articulate certain points? Who could actually do this? And what was hard for me is like how can you be saying, I'm going to fix X, Y, and Z?
Yeah.
Say, lady, you're part of the problem.
Yeah.
So and I think people couldn't get over that. Like, what do you mean you're gonna fix?
And it's funny because she was put in an awkward position, bro. Where I know, like, she's like, "Fuck, I don't want to," because she would say things like, "Yeah, things are gonna get better," this and that. But like, she's a vice president. Things should be getting better like now. But she would say, like, it's almost like she's gonna say those last 4 years, man, they were fucked up, right? Right. But let's not talk about that. This next 4 years are gonna be good. But you're the vice president. So, and then it didn't help, bro, when they all of Diddy's parties backed her up. All the celebs that
wasn't that kind of suspicious though?
Yeah, fuck yeah, bro. Like, and then you see J-Lo crying, bro, and J-Lo's like, "Soy boricua, carajo," right? Like J-Lo, I figured she was crying because she's like, "Fucking please don't ever show those tapes," I think that was the behind her tears.
When I knew there was something fishy going on? So they go, and this is like things that I see, right? People send me, right? And then Usher sitting down. What is it? At The View? One of those shows. I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Some shit that I don't watch.
Extreme left.
Yeah, super leftist, super. Yeah. And he's like, "Oh no. So who you gonna vote for?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't dabble in politics. I think people should vote for whoever supports their beliefs and blah blah blah." 2 days later, boom, he's like, "Man, I'm supporting Kamala, man." So back in 2022 when Kanye West went on that rant.
Yeah.
And he said, F so-and-so, fuck this person, fuck that person. He's a fed. And they want to fucking do this and that. And everybody's like, that fool's crazy.
Yeah, I thought he was crazy.
Is he? Nah, he ain't that crazy now.
Yeah, no,
I believe some of that shit.
No, I thought he was crazy, and then it unfolds, and you're like, holy shit, maybe, And then he would look in the camera and he would say, they're trying to make me crazy. Yeah. They're gonna say I'm crazy, and I'll go, man, the fucker probably is crazy. But as everything unfolds, you're like thinking, maybe this guy is not as nuts as I thought he was. The other guy was Jimmy Kimmel, right? Crying. Did you see him crying?
Did you know who my favorite person on the internet? I'm gonna say it right now. My favorite person on the internet right now is Candace Owens. She is my favorite, dog. So I seen that Jimmy Kimmel crying. Him crying, and she roasted him. And you know what she said? Stop being a pussy.
Yeah.
Grow some chest hair.
I know.
And then she went and I was like, ooh. I love this chick, dog. She just calls it how it is.
Yeah, but to me, him crying and all that is because he's not the everyman. He's not the man putting fucking $6 gallons of gas in your car where it hurts, or milk where to feed a family. He's not the average Joe. And then the Mexican that he has on the show, Guillermo something. I always thought it was the biggest fucking buffoon thing ever, that guy, Mm-hmm. I don't know, what's his name?
Guillermo,
yeah. And then he's always like, and he's not laughing with Latinos, Jimmy. He's basically laughing at us through this monkey. You know what I mean? And he's always like, the show's been going on for fucking, I don't know, more than 10 years. Mm-hmm. And then he still can't pronounce Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy, so I'm over here, and he does like the tonto, hey, I'm here. See, back to you, Jimmy. And he's like, oh, Guillermo, you're so funny, man. Like he's a little fucking wine monkey, that you fucking, like an organ monkey.
I didn't even think about it that way, but that's a great point.
It's horrible, bro, because think about it.
You guessed right. This episode is brought to you by the JR Group. If you're looking to buy, refinance, or invest in any type of real estate, give us a call at 323-352-7946. Now let's get back to the episode, baby.
Most white people in middle America, a percentage of white people from middle America, the South, places in the East Coast, fucking go Orange County here, certain areas of Orange County, they don't have interaction with Latinos, right? They don't know. Like the Latinos we know, bro, yeah, we know we grew up with guys in the hood that gangbangers, but we also know lawyers. We know entrepreneurs.
We're well connected, homie.
Yeah, professionals, bro. But what they see with Jimmy, when they Jimmy Kimmel, they see this dumb Latino, and it's easy for them to like, oh yeah, that's what they're like, and that's why that pisses me off. Yeah, why couldn't it be an articulate Latino,
I just think it fits that stereotype.
Yeah. Well, it's
este pinche mojado. Vale verga. It is that, and it gives us that stigma,
Yeah. It's an easy laugh to have this guy that has an accent and says dumb things and plays stupid all the time. When they put him on the red carpet, he's a fish out of water. You're right. He's a fish out of water. He's a Mexican or whatever he is. I don't know what he is, but he's Latino and he's in the red carpet. Ooh, with the elites. So right there, you're telling me, let's get this guy who doesn't belong there. And why doesn't he belong there? Oh, because he's Latino. You see that there's a lot of racism within that already, right? Anyways, bro, I could go on and on about.
No, I want you to go on. This is getting good. This is about to go for a long time. But I think you're right though. And once you put it in that perspective, it's like, this shit makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck.
No, it's funny because you see, I remember I was at the airport. I was in Burbank, and I was eating at a little restaurant they had there, and Newsom was in there, and there were. All the women went up to him, bro. They treat him like he's a movie star, dude. Can I take a picture with you? And I'm eating, bro, going, this fucking guy over here, and he loved it. You could feel that he loved playing this role, or like kind of not a politician, but a celebrity. And I thought, this fucking guy, man, you know, California is like, I've been all over the country, man. Probably the most beautiful state in the United States, California. But then you got San Francisco looks like shit. Oakland looks like shit. Parts of South Central look like crap. You got so many areas, man, that need help. And well, where are you, bro? You know, and the homeless everywhere, you know. And it seems like the Democrats, well, how much money? I think millions and millions of money was put into
20 billion
to saving the homeless.
20 billion,
right? And they don't know. They can't account for it, bro. They can't tell. He can't say where specifically did this money go. Bro. Where did it go, bro? I had to have an idea where it went. You know.
Okay, you can't account for $20. Cool. How in the fuck are you not gonna account for $20 billion? That's not chump change, dog. And I think there's a lot of corruption.
Yeah, and it's funny because people think the Democrats are for the working man, but it's the rich Democrats are. I think they're all full of shit. Okay, my theory, bro, is this: we have Republican, Democrat. I think above them, there's a cabinet, you know, of the rich families that tell both sides. But whoever wins tells them what to do, bro. That's my theory.
There has to be. I think you're right. There has to be like puppet number one, puppet number two, and then the fucking elite families, saying, pues, este güey va a hacer esto, y este güey va a hacer esto. Whoever wins gets this and that. There has to be. There has to be some type of higher power, you know?
Yeah, it's like that movie, that old movie with Eddie Murphy, where those two rich guys bet $1 that one guy bets $1 that he could change him. You know, did you remember that movie, Trading Places? I think it was called. Did you guys ever see that movie?
Probably.
It's old. Yeah, bro. It's where two rich guys bet on Eddie Murphy's a homeless guy, and one is saying that you're born that way. Another guy, it's learned behavior, right? That Eddie Murphy's a bum. So they bet $1, and then it's just these two guys just fucking with this working guy that's a bum. Mm-hmm. And I kind of feel like in the big scope of things, that the rich people the filthy rich people we're Eddie Murphy to them. They're like, I bet you, yeah, you know.
They be having their bets and shit.
Okay.
Hey, I bet you Cabella's gonna make an ass out of herself.
No,
$20 billion, I bet you.
I bet you we can convince the population that men can have children.
I bet you we could convince them that men could get menstrual cycles.
I think those are
fuck, dog.
I think some of those things that you mentioned, bro, are just put there to distract us, all right?
Yeah.
Because the real issue, bro, that people don't talk about, and nobody talks about this. If somebody's talked about it, tell me, bro. But you know, all the food, like 95% of the food that we eat at the market has like poison in it, has things we're not supposed to eat. And okay, well, who's the ones that okay those laws, bro? It's the Democrats and Republicans together, because those chemicals have to be bought, right? So they invest. All the venture capitalists say, okay, let's put money into that, you know. Democrats, Republicans. Okay, so now we have this company. Okay, meat. What can we put in the meat? Boom, boom, boom. So all this stuff that we eat is poison, bro. Do you know, like, most of the stuff that we eat is not allowed in other countries?
Yeah.
You know, my son.
It's illegal.
Yeah, my son eats at fast food joints in the Czech Republic, you know, because he played ball last season. And he said the food he had, the hamburgers, bro, the fast food, the Kentucky Fried Chicken in Czech, goes, it tastes like it's a 4-star restaurant, you know, because it doesn't have any of the preservatives. So, bro, they're all full of shit, bro. You know, look, the homeless, right? The Republicans are like, well, what do we do about these homeless? The Democrats is, we're going to take care of these homeless, right? Like, what do we do? Well, we're going to fucking, but who created the fucking homeless? The rich Republicans and rich Democrats. How did they do it? Well, when the fucking new painkillers came up like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, who invested? all the rich Democrats and all the rich Republicans invested in those pills, right? Those Oxycontin and
Vicodin,
all those pills, bro.
Yeah.
And they knew that it was stronger than heroin. They knew it, bro. They knew it from the get-go. All right, because there's literally articles from 25 years ago, but it's almost like that commercial that comes out on television that says, hey, are you feeling sad? Take this pill. And then it shows somebody catching a Frisbee, right? And at the end it says, really fast, oh, be careful because you could commit suicide. You could have loss of memory. It says it all fast. And you don't even listen to that. You're just thinking about the Frisbee, right? So, like I say, when I say rich Republicans, rich Democrats, that they're all full of shit, bro. And to me, the homeless people, it's an easy view for me to say they're both on the same side, because the reason we have homeless is because all these pills that America got on, and then the doctors were making money, the investors were making money, the people who the Eli Lillys of the world are making money, right? And all these filthy rich, and then meanwhile now you have these homeless. Now they you lose your house, you lose your family, and you're homeless. Now you're addicted, and now they're all like, what do we do? What do we? You created this problem. Fix it, motherfuckers. Fix it. And with the rich Democrats and rich Republicans, you motherfuckers fix. And they make
those drugs are.
Oh, bro,
addictive,
I lost a sister to that shit. She got addicted.
Man, sorry.
No,
to hear that,
she got addicted to that. The doctors, I remember they tried to give my son, he was 14, and we're at the dentist, and this lady tried to give him a painkiller. I forget which one it is, but I looked at
Norco.
her. It was something, bro. I couldn't tell you
exactly. Those are the
exactly.
ones that the dentists usually give you.
And I told the lady, I told the dentist, I never went back to that dentist. I go, why? I looked at the pill. I go, how much do you get paid for this? For every bottle that you sell? How much do you make? And she goes, excuse me? I go, yeah. Because this is powerful. To get to a 14-year-old, I said, this is the fucking reason we have this drug problem in America. And I threw the fucking pills at her, and I took off, left the dentist, and at the time I was with my ex, and I said, let's find out what painkiller has the least amount of strength, and and we also researched like maybe an herbal thing for his toothache, and so something that was non-addictive, So, anyways, bro, going back to why we have this fucking issue with the homeless now, and everybody's trying to act like it's us, right? It's like, man, fucking people can't get their shit together. No, motherfuckers. It's almost like America's so full of shit, bro. Republicans, Democrats, right? It's like when the Indians, right? Why are they alcoholics? Fucking Indians, right? Why the motherfuckers? Because you guys knew that they were gonna get addicted to alcohol, and they kept giving them free alcohol, bro. So why? So you keep them fucking drunk, and like, look at him, man, he's fucking drunk. Hey, sign here. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah. Or like, and then they're all eating, they're all in their fucking, rich parties going, those fucking Indians, man, they're fucking drunk and dumb. Well, who provided all that shit? It's again both sides fucking over us.
Yeah.
So
that's a bunch of interesting points.
And
I think they're valid.
And then they call them.
I mean, you don't just out of nowhere from one day to another have a homeless problem.
No, bro.
I think everything is created.
It was created by both sides, both rich sides, bro. It's a coin, and and that's why I don't get too hyped up over Republicans or Democrats. But Democrats did drop the ball a lot, bro. They did a lot of things that you and me, as regular citizens, bothered, and they used to be that way. I mean, look, Democrats are the ones who created free food in schools. Did you know that? Mm-mm. Yeah, they're the ones that passed a national law to provide free food for low-income families.
Yes.
So, bro, I know if it wasn't for the food that I got at school, I probably would have fucking starved, bro. But that was the Democrats. They passed that. You see, so there's things that they did back in the day, or they do now that they do think of the people. But I think they kind of lost their way, bro. And I compare it to like Mexico losing its way, right? Because Mexico is heavy drug country now. You know, like you know what we see, you know, bro. And it used to be like that. I remember when I was a youngster, bro, we never heard of people getting kidnapped and shot and killed. We used to go fucking party in Ensenada. Rosaritos, Ensenada.
Papas and beer? Damn, fucking Willie.
Yeah, bro.
That's right.
But you never heard like, oh, dude, they fucking, you know, so-and-so.
They'll just tax us for money.
Yeah, the cops, bro. You put your money in your socks and you kept a 20 here and you're like, hey, todo lo que tengo. But no, I think, like I said, you know, they lost their way. I think they're gonna have to huddle up, bro, and say, hey, let's get our head out of our ass. And if they want,
how does the Democratic Party win back the Latino vote,
bro? I think they took the Latino vote for granted. I think they thought, you know, Latinos, they're gonna vote Democrat. That's who they are. But no, Latinos, you know, are thinkers. You know, they're gonna evaluate, you know, what's right and what's wrong, and they saw. I think what hurt the Democrats was the Kamala, her speeches and her interviews, because where they're watching, and we're used to, if you grew up in the hood or you grew up poor, you're used to knowing someone bullshitting you, right? So we pick up on bullshit. Our radar for bullshit is higher than the average person because we grow around a lot of shady people. So we're always like, all right, what is this motherfucker? And we don't say it. You know, in the hood, you gotta, yeah, man. You know, you just gotta, you know, gotta be like a poker player, right? Got a poker face. When someone's fucking with you, you gotta act like you don't know, and you got, you know, and then he leaves, and you got, fuck this guy, you know. And what the Democrats don't understand is that we're watching her, we're looking at her answer questions, and we're going, man, she's full of shit. Yeah, the other guy's full of shit too, but he's not as full of shit as she is, you know? So
it's like you have two full of shit people.
Yeah. Which one's
more?
Less? Yeah.
And which was less?
Yeah. So we just picked the person that was less full of shit. That's all we did.
Bro, I cannot watch any of her fucking interviews, bro, it's just cringe. Is that what the word that they use?
Yeah.
Cringe. And she's like, I don't know, just be the woke kids, the worker. I'm like, what?
No, you know, people that laugh a lot, honestly, people that laugh out of context, you know, like we're laughing, we could joke, right? Bust balls and what laugh. But people that laugh the way she does, like things that aren't even funny, right? And just and they say those are extremely lonely people to laugh at yourself all the time. You know, that's the characteristics of a very, very lonely person. You know, I'm sure you've had comedians in here, bro, that they laugh at their own jokes, or they're always trying to be funny. They always want to be on. Have you had those guys here?
Yeah.
Dude, they annoy the fuck out of me, dude. That's why I don't have a lot of comedy friends.
Damn, fool, you don't have to be funny 24/7, fool.
Yeah.
Turn it off, fool. Just talk to me like a human.
No, bro, it's true. And I believe that for a lot of us, we say like, okay, this is a crazy, lonely bitch. Do you want her to be president or this fucking greedy, crooked fucker over here? And so I went, you know, I didn't vote because I think at the end, there's really no change. I you know, that's my perspective.
Well, in California, there isn't.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, we vote here. They're still heavy Democrat, you know. But starting to change.
Well, I would love to come back in 2 years and see what changed, bro. That would be interesting. That would be, and then even pull up this right now, and me saying, bro, I really don't see much of a change. You know, I mean, come on, bro. He said he's gonna all the things that Trump said he's gonna build a wall. Wow, bro, you see those Mexicans climbing that shit, bro? Fucking
some crafty ass Mexicans, homie. They throw their fucking shit.
Bro.
They make their own fucking
bro. They went up, under, through it, everything, bro. It's like, okay, it's political promises, right? Yeah. So anyway, that's why I think they're all full of shit.
I just think it's funny that now he's the president-elect, and then everybody wants peace all of a sudden. So Hamas already said, oh, we're fucking chilling. We don't want no smoke. And then Russia and what's it called? They want to meet with Trump, and they want to just, Russia wants to end the war in Ukraine.
Okay.
I'm like, what the fuck? Were they just waiting for this election? And now it's like, all right, they're making all those moves, and I'm like, what happened?
Well,
like,
look, bro.
How? Like, what the fuck?
Bro, I think they're just gonna invest money a different way because war is a business.
Yeah.
All right. To buy those bullets, to buy the clothes, the tents, the trucks, the tires, the engines for all these things, bro. You got venture capitalists who invest. They know where to buy and invest for those things. So a war constantly going makes money, So I'm sure. It's Trump being a businessman and a crooked one probably said, all right, fuck it. Make me look good. Let's not fucking stop the war. Let's invest in something else. Something else will come up. But to me, that's what it was.
But to be honest with you, bro, now I'm thinking like, damn, did Putin endorse Harris on purpose?
Yeah, did he?
I don't know. He endorsed her.
He did?
He did. So I'm like, probably like, hey, my friend. Trump calls him like, hey, don't endorse me because it's going to be fishy.
Yeah.
Endorse the dumbass. It's just all this shit. And I'm just like,
Trump had she had the digits, and Trump had Elon Musk, Bezos,
Joe Rogan.
Bezos?
Well, he congratulated him. I don't think
Nah, Bezos is more like on the.
But he congratulated him on
Yeah?
the tweet, congrats to the president. Give him his flowers.
Yeah, like, hey, fool, don't tax me so much, fool. I'm giving you.
They don't tax each other, bro. They don't tax. There's.
I just think that's a different world.
Yeah, but they don't.
Like, when you have that type of money, it's just conversations are different. I just wonder what a conversation is like amongst Elon Musk, fucking Dana White, fucking Donald Trump, and Jeff Bezos. Like, when they sit down, what the fuck do they talk about?
Yeah.
That's another level type of conversation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well,
I'll pay to hear that.
I want to see, for me, the proof is in the pudding, right? I want to see in 2 years from now what the difference is, man. I would.
Well, hopefully it's good.
Yeah. I want it to be good. I want to be positive, bro.
And to me, like, all these angry people right now that are like, oh my God, the world's over. Like, dog. No, it's not.
All right.
Like, if Harris would have won, I would have said, well, fuck it, pues ya que, güey. All right, let's just hope for the best. That would have been my attitude.
All right.
It's like, dude, the world isn't over. It's a 4-year term. Chill the fuck out.
Right.
Let the Democrats get their shit together. Maybe they'll fucking be more for the people. I don't know, dog.
Or they're just playing us, bro.
Yeah, and I think at the end of the day, it's todo parte del show.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
All right, bro. You're a triple OG, homie. You've been around. You've seen the industry change. Like you.
Yeah, I've seen
Like,
a lot
you
more,
see-
a lot more Latino comedians for sure, bro.
That's what
that's in my business. There was only when I started, there was only 4, bro. That I recognize,
How hard was it back then?
Well, you had to. I remember trying to get in the Improv or the Laugh Factory in '91. I tried to, and
I was like 8.
you were like, yeah. So, what's his name? Jamie Macias, the guy who owns the Laugh Factory. I was on stage and I remember doing political jokes, and he pulled me aside, and he goes, "Hey, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't talk about politics if I were you. Leave that for someone else." This is what he tells me. He goes, "Talk about stealing stuff." That's what he told me. Talk about stealing things. And I was a young comic, bro. And I just shook my head like this. I just go like that, right? I was a young comic. I only had been in the business for about 1.5 years. And I remember getting in my car going, fuck that dude. Fuck him. I'm going to do jokes my way. So how's it changed, bro? I think comedians are a lot, some of them are more outspoken. There's a lot more of us. There's some that are very clever, and then there's some that it's a double-edged sword because there's so many Latinos, they go for the lowest the easy joke, right? Low hanging fruit. And so it's changed in a positive way because I think the more of us that are out there, the more that it's accepted by Latinos. Because when I first started, I remember doing a comedy show in East LA, bro. I remember the raza, some of them never even heard of or been to a comedy club, and it was a bar in East LA. And I remember we would turn off the music. It was a cholo bar, cholo / biker bar, rough, bro. And then I remember I made a stage, and I told the owner if I could put a stage and if I could charge, and then comedy. Okay. He really didn't know. I remember I bought a curtain. I bought a black curtain, and then so we would put the pool tables away, the stuff, and they'd be all pissed off, bro. And I'd get ready for comedy, guys. Comedy, fuck, I don't hear your jokes, puto. You know what I mean? It was rough, bro. And then we would put chairs in the front, and it would be like one drunk guy, like a paisa there. And he goes, este güey, no, vale madre. Right? and then I remember there'd be like a couple people, like 4 people maybe that were interested. And so it's kind of, we had to introduce comedy. And I know in LA, it was Gilbert. I was one of the first ones that started doing clubs in East LA. And then Gilbert did it, and then Jeff Garcia did it. But I remember that club in East LA, Jeff was only like 16. He was a runaway. He came in, and he asked, he goes, there's a kid out there that wants to do stand-up, right? I go, who is he? And then the owner's name's Rudy, right? And he goes, hey, I can't let him in. I said, what does he want? He says he's a comedian. I go out there and talk to Jeff, right? He's 16 years old. I go, dude, you're a comedian? He goes, yeah. I go, all right, dude, I'm going to go in there. I'm going to talk to him, and then I'll come back out. I can talk to Rudy. I go, he's a comedian. Look, why don't you put him in the corner? I'll buy him a soda. I'll watch him. I'll make sure he has the soda, doesn't drink alcohol. He goes, all right, but if it's your responsibility, this is all you. So I fucking told Jeff, listen, kid, you can go in that corner. When I call you up, tell your jokes. When you're done, go back to that corner and drink the soda. Right? I like telling him what.
No anden con sus pendejadas, güey.
Yeah. And then we were done with the show, right? And I remember I see Jeff walking. It was a cold night. I know it was the winter. And I see him, I go, hey, kid, come over here. He comes, I go, what's up, man? He goes, where are you going? He goes, stay at my friend's house. I go, why? Why don't you go home? He goes, no, I ran away. I go, when? He goes, a year now. Your mom don't look for you? Your dad don't look for you? Nah, they don't give a fuck. And I thought, fuck this kid. So I had a roommate back then. I told my roommate, hey, man, you mind this kid stays with us, bro? Let's watch him. It was Carlos Oscar. I don't know if you know. Carlos is a comedian.
Yeah, I think so.
So I said, dude. So I said, I don't want this guy. This kid's gonna be people's homes and staying in cars. So he lived with us for like 7 or 8 months, bro.
Nah, just from that night?
Yeah.
Oh, you're a good person,
yeah,
dog.
He stayed. He stayed in the couch, and we fed him. I was a full-time comedian. Because I was starting to get gigs. I already travel a little bit, but I still had my little rooms in East LA. And then Carlos had a full-time job and did comedy at night, so he could pay. So we both could support the kid, you know. So man, that was. Anyways, man, I sidetrack a lot, bro. But you had asked me how's it changed, and it's changed for the better. I like a lot of this. I like the fact that there's more audience.
Do you think the more competition there is, that's when egos start getting involved and
Oh, egos do get involved, bro, for sure. I've seen I actors and musicians and a lot of to be an artist, bro, to be an actor, a comedian, a singer, you need to have an ego, man. And anybody that says, "Oh no, look how humble he is," bullshit. You need to think of yourself like you're a badass, because when you jump on stage, you got to say, I'm the fucking man. Whether you're playing a guitar, you know, I'm the fucking man, or you're acting, you know, you're doing a fucking role. You got this incredible belief in yourself, but it's a lot of people don't know how to separate that ego that you need to perform, and doesn't go with being a regular person, you know. And Mike Tyson said something really good one time. I saw an interview. I love his interviews. But Mike Tyson said, "I don't like famous people." He says, "I like good people." He goes, because famous people, they're not good people. That's what he says. He goes, you know, and it's true, bro. So yeah, bro. There's when you said egos, not all, bro. You can't paint everybody with the same brush. But some people, success is like a drug, you know. It changes you, you know. Having someone adore you, having someone say, "Hey, man, can I take a picture with you?" It could easily get in your head and give you this false sense of reality or false sense of who you are. Where if you can look back, like when you see people like J-Lo, right? Oh, don't take pictures, or, you know, actors, don't, motherfucker, when you started that craft, you wanted to be famous. Now you got it. Now you owe the people that like you or adore you, you owe them a picture, or you owe them your time, because they provide your wealth, because they support what you do. So yeah, when I see people that don't know how to keep their feet on the ground, bro, yeah, that's probably the most annoying for me, you know?
Yeah, but I think, yeah.
Add something?
Yeah,
The
go for
one who, the celebrity that I know that's always humble and never said no to anybody that I met, Big Boy. Big Boy is from the radio station.
Yeah.
He will fucking take a picture with you. He'll make a shout out dedicated to you. Yeah, not even a second on. And it's like, damn, bro, that takes a lot. Fool. Like,
Really?
Yeah, it takes a lot. Like,
I met him once, bro. I met him about 20 years ago in the Lakewood Hop. I used to do Wednesdays. It was a Latino night at Lakewood Hop. And Cat Williams used to do Tuesdays.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Cat Williams had his show on Tuesdays, and his was all black, obviously, right? And, you know, for whatever reason, bro, you know, I'm not dividing anyone. This is just how the shows went. It was Cat Williams, all the comedians were predominantly black, and the audience was predominantly black. And then my show was the other way, right? Brown. But I met Big Boy one time because he showed up to pick something up on my show. He didn't show up for my show, but he was doing some business with them. And that's when he was a big boy. Remember when he looked like
he
he
was
weighed?
big.
Yeah, he weighed like fucking 500 pounds, bro. And then I had an incident where I just, hey man, I enjoy your work, and then we just shook hands, and that was my only dealing with him, bro.
And I mean, maybe he could have been different back then, but like as of lately, like I've gotten to work with him and been close with him, and even like run into that meetup we went to.
Yeah.
I ran into him in the ballet, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you know, my best friend's daughter's 9 years old, big fan of Big Boy. So I was like, hey, bro, like, you know, my niece is a big fan of you. Do a little shout out.
All right.
Yeah, what's your name? Blah, blah, blah. And the lady that was ballet, she's like, oh my God, it's Big Boy. She's like, can I take a picture? She's like, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
And he was being bombarded that day, with people, like at least 300 people taking pictures with him. And he didn't look stressed. He didn't look bothered. And it's like, damn, that says a lot.
No, I was the one that was like, hey, Big Boy, can I take a picture? I've been listening to it. I was like, man, why the fuck did you say that? Like, I met Big Boy, and I'm like, this is the second time I met him, right? Because we were at Big Boy's neighborhood. Okay. And I was just like, oh, fuck, I used to listen to this since I was a fucking kid. Yeah. And then, like, at the event, I'm like, I took a picture, and I'm like, I've been listening to you. Like, the inner child came out of me. I've been listening to you since I was 14. He's like, I've been talking to you since you were 14. That was it. What the fuck, dog? It was cool.
You gotta, if you think about it in a deeper sense of these cats that are DJs like that, morning guys that are good people, bro. It's insane that they have patience, because you got to remember they get up at 3 a.m. to prep. Yeah. Get their show ready, get on the air by 5:30. But you got to remember, everything's got to be ready. So they go to bed around 6 or 7, bro. You know what I mean? And for them to function, like when you see them at night at a club at 8, 10 o'clock at night, or bro, you just wonder, like, fuck, how could these guys do it?
How could you still be so chill and be like, yeah, let's take a picture?
Yeah.
Because, you know, when personally for me, when I'm not in the best mood, I'm like, man, fuck this shit. I just want to go get home, go to sleep. But imagine, like, no, I take a picture. And you're like,
bro, I'm horrible. Yeah, I'm horrible in the morning.
You
Like,
know?
I do radio around the country to promote shows. And bro, I'm the worst, bro. I know some fucking morning DJs probably get this guy the fuck out of here. I'm like, all right, bro, goodbye. Hey Willie, what are you doing here? A show, bro. I'm gonna do a show. I'm hungover. Where's the show, Willie? Sounds exciting. The casino down the street, man.
Hey, you have any fucking tequila here? Because I'm kind of hungover. Me la quiero curar, güey.
Yeah. So but I give it up to those guys, man. Especially doing it as long as he has. Props to Big Boy. I'm good friends with a guy that he's good friends with, Eric Blake.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's a comedian.
Yeah.
They do a lot of those shows together. I think, But Eric is a good dude, bro. He's from Compton.
Oh, no way.
From Compton, yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's why his Spanish is good. I
never heard him speak Spanish.
If you ever interview Eric, because he did a lot of business con los paisas,
No way.
Yeah.
He doesn't just know.
No, he knows.
Cinco de asada. Like, he knows Spanish.
No, he knows, bro. He'd be an interesting guy for you to have, as a matter of fact.
So, drinking on the job, technically, because your job, you're a comedian.
Yeah.
Like, where do you draw the line? Like, all right, fool, I had 4 already, way. Like,
bro.
Like, where do you say, all right, the whole fucking Willie's gonna come out, so I need to stop?
No. Okay, well, I do. I drink on stage. I don't apologize for it, but I want to apologize for like 3 shows where I fucked up so bad, and it's always the second show, never the first show. It was the second show because remember the first show you get there, somebody buys you a shot or you have a shot backstage, you have a beer. I have a beer while I'm talking. It's the first show, right? Second show, you go, you relax, you meet and greet everybody, you go back to your green room, and then you take another shot, another beer. Here comes the second show. You have someone buys you a shot, a beer, and you lose count. Before you know it, you're just taking shots. So I learned, bro, from these 3 horrific fucking incidents that I have to monitor myself. And if there's 2 shows, the first show I won't have more than a beer and maybe 2 shots for the first show. And then I go backstage and I relax. I'll drink some water and get myself ready for the second show. But I do drink and I have ruined shows, bro. I did a show one time in Sacramento. It was a 300-seater. And 280 of them left while I was talking, because I was like, the jokes weren't even funny, bro. And I was just like, what? You don't like me? You don't fucking like what I do? Well, fuck you guys. And then people are getting up, bro. And like, it's sad, bro, because it's just quiet. It's like a sad moment, bro.
Bro, but okay, it's 300-seater.
Yeah.
And 280 got up.
Yeah, but little by little.
You're fucking drunk.
Okay. Not all at once. Like, little by little, they get up at table. And then someone's like, they look at you with disappointment, bro. They're like, pobrecito, right? And and it's kind of like that Scarface scene, where like, take a look at the bad guy, that kind of shit, God. And you're like, you don't like me? I don't like you, motherfuckers, And then you start fucking yelling and shit. Who do you want? Fucking George Lopez or Paul Rodriguez? I don't give a fuck, You just, because I'm not Pelo, bro, right? You get and so. And then I remember the owner, Tom, who owns Tommy T's. He called me up the next day and he's like, Willie, fuck did you do last night? I remember I was like, man, I'm sorry, bro. I know what I did, right? Because you wake up, fucking all crudo. And he goes, I'm going to send you home. He goes, you don't have to do the show the next day. I said, bro, don't do that, man. I go, I promise you, I'll never do that to you again. I'll promise you, bro. You got to give me. I had a good rapport with him. We were friends. And so he trusted me, right? And this was like 13 years ago. I never did it at any of his clubs again, bro. When I was a young comic, I was like 6-7 years into it, I did it in El Paso. I fell asleep on stage, bro.
Stop.
I was sitting down. I was holding my tequila. And this is like 20 years ago, bro. I was sitting down and I was talking and I just fell asleep, bro. And
on stage?
Yeah, on stage. And this is the second show again, Saturday night. And I had gone on really long, bro. I had gone on like 3 hours. And on my third hour, bro, I was sitting like my head down and I snored. And that's how I woke up, right? I went like, you know, when you go like that? And I look, as I look, everybody's leaving, bro. Like I only see the last 5 rows as they're leaving, you know? And I went, and then I talked to the owner, Bart. Bart Reed is the owner of the comedy club. He's still my friend from El Paso. And I've told him many times that I appreciate him forgiving me. So he told me, Willie, I'm going to tell you something. Don't do this shit ever again, bro. I will never hire you, right? I said, all right, bro. He goes, but the only reason I'm not firing you is because you sold so much fucking alcohol, you know? Because the audience bought so much fucking booze, bro. He made this fucking nut, you know? Oh, but yeah, I had some incidents, bro. So in a 30-year career, you know, 3 is not bad. You know? You know?
I mean, once you put it like that, 30 years.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, we all have our bad days. We all fuck up sometimes. So 3 isn't that bad, you know? Bro. Sometimes you just fall asleep on stage, homie. Shit happens, you know what I mean? Yeah. Don't fall asleep on stage, fool. You know, he's what's it called, stand-up comedian too.
I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah.
But there's so many now, man.
Yeah, I'm too, bro. I'm like 5 years in the game.
Okay, yeah, I know.
You know
grind it out, bro. Grind it out, man.
I try to write jokes for him and shit. Nah, just kidding.
Yeah, man. You know, you're a young comic, man. I know I hate giving you unsolicited advice because you didn't ask me, but just write, dude. Write your life. Write your life. Everybody always thinks, like, you know, there's a young comic, right? I'm going to say his name, bro. But he worked, I took him on the road with me. And then a couple of years later, bro, he's doing my stuff, right? Which, like, whatever, it's not going to hurt me because I keep writing, right?
I think I know he's talking about.
But no, it doesn't matter, bro. Because I want him to be successful. I wouldn't want to take anybody's food away, bro. You know, I mean, shit. When I started the club in East LA, Gabriel Fluffy was there all the time. You know, he had just started, bro. And you know, to this day, I know he holds a lot of resentment towards me because I used to coach comedians the way I coached my kids in baseball back then.
Oh, so, with that stern,
like fuck is that shit? And I go on stage, hey everybody, let's boo him. I'd get everybody to boo the comedian.
You were like that, Willie?
That was a dick, dude.
Damn,
yeah.
Oh, you're a savage, fool. So I said we're gonna put that shit, Savage Willie.
So I think there was a lot of resentment with Gabriel and then Felipe. I think we squashed it, bro. I did his podcast like 3 times, Felipe's podcast. Okay. And
he's been here.
From the energy, the vibe that I had, you know, it's all in the past, bro. And we've never addressed it. Nobody's brought it up. But, you know, I could have been a better person with him. You know, I wish that I would have been with a lot of these guys, but you live and learn. But going back to what I was telling you, bro, but you being a young comic, a lot of people don't know that they're special, you know? And so you go on stage, there's obviously something wrong with you, bro. Any comedian, anybody that I see go on stage, I know they're trauma. They have trauma because who the fuck, bro, goes in front of complete strangers and tries to make a conversation? You have to be, something's got to be missing for you to need that. You know? So there's something in your life that fucked you up, bro, that makes you do that you hunger for this attention. Now, here it is, bro. There's a good part of that. Now, your pain is what's funny. Your pain, the shit that happened to you, bro, the shit you hide from everybody, the shit you're embarrassed of, take that on stage. That becomes your fingerprint. Now, somebody else can watch it because you worked it, you cultivated, you worked so hard to make this bit funny that's sad, but you made it funny. And somebody go, oh, hey, that happened to me too. You know, yeah, it happened to you, motherfucker, but you didn't say it. And now that it took me or took you so long to cultivate this, somebody just, oh, I'm gonna grab one, I'm gonna grab that. I could use that, you know? Which is one of the reasons like back in the day, Carlos got in trouble because he was notorious when he was a young comic for doing that. So to a young comic, I say you're special. Your story is special. You just need to tell your story on stage. Don't worry about anybody else's. Tell your story, bro. So.
You got that, homie? And now that you brought up Carlos, Man, he was one of my favorite comedians.
Carlos is an entertainer, bro.
Fucking,
You-
and he
bro.
was so big.
Yeah.
He came out in that movie with the fool that endorsed Harris. What's his name?
Yeah. And I know you're talking about. He played the waiter.
Yeah.
He was the waiter.
He came out in that movie. I remember I was 21. I paid to watch Carlos Mencia. He had Charlie Murphy on there too. He had like a good lineup, you know.
Charlie was cool, bro. Charlie was a good dude. Yeah, it happened to Carlos, man. You know, I'm glad that he's kind of making a surgence. You know, he's coming back. I think he, you know, I had him on my podcast, and I tried to get him to, you know, I left the door open for him. Like, come on, bro, just say you're sorry. Say it was a mistake. And he won't, bro. He won't. And I was all right, bro. You know, I wasn't there to bury him, bro. And I said, okay, what Joe Rogan did to him, it was good, but I think, okay, it's been enough time already. You know, the punishment's got to fit the crime, right? Ain't like the fucker killed anybody. And then how many black comedians steal a white comedian, and he never buried any of those. He buried Carlos, you know. So I would have liked for him to be a little more even and, you know, go after some of those white comedians that were lifting a lot and blacks that were lifting white. Okay, good. You know, you punished them, and I think it was good, but I think it shouldn't have been like, you know, going on 2.5 decades that he's been punished.
I just think it's a little bit extreme.
Yeah.
There, dog. I mean, fuck, we all make mistakes. I mean, I don't know how common that is, though, in comedy.
No, there's lazy.
You know?
There's comedians, bro, because you have to be disciplined to be a comedian, bro. It is the most. It's got to be the most boring fucking thing in the world to write jokes, bro, because you're by yourself. It's just you. I know you got probably a laptop or whatever, but for me, it was always my paper, my pen, my thoughts by myself. It is fucking boring, bro. And you have to pump yourself up and get lost in your words, knowing that you have nothing and you have to create something out of nothing. That to me is the toughest part of comedy, bro, is the discipline, the writing, you know? So, yeah.
But I think you're right. Like, once you share your story, shit, that's unique to you.
Yeah.
But, fuck. Yeah, man, I think I would want to see him live. I haven't seen him live since back then.
No, he's still Carlos, bro. Carlos, I used to tell him, he could take any boring joke. Like this coffee, right? This is Carlos. This is Carlos' delivery. Hey, fucking coffee, eh? Who the fucking got coffee? Then you put milk. Fucking milk. What the fuck? Right? Who got the fucking milk? Fucking, what? Oh, you went to the farm and you got a cow? Fucking cows. Get them, you know, that's right? That's Carlos could get anything. And you're like he'll, I don't know, bro. He's got his style, right? Because at the end, like, you know, for me, I don't really have that personality, so my words have to verbalize something funny. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't have that fucking what do they call? You know, like I don't know who got the personality first, Dane Cook or Carlos, because they both do the same.
Oh shit, that's a good.
Yeah. So I don't know who took it from who. You know,
That's a good one.
Because
I watched Dane Cook.
You can put Dane Cook or joke about, I don't know, whatever, you know, having a girlfriend with Dane Cook, and then put one, and they're not gonna be the same jokes, but you're gonna see the mannerisms. You know.
Yeah, I'm the sponsor of the True Hustle podcast, the JR Group, baby. We do real estate. If you want to buy, invest, or any questions you might have about real estate, give us a call, 323-352-7946. Now let's get back to the episode, baby. Let me ask you this question. I know that at the beginning stages of comedy, as a young comic, the money is just not like, oh shit, this is crazy, right? Like, it just makes you enough to, you know, survive, right?
Yeah.
At what point do you think it changes? Or is there
That's a
Or
great.
is there like a specific, like you got to put in this type of work and year 7, you're
No.
going to start seeing a return?
No, that's a great question, bro. Look, man, I really should be a lot more successful. You know, I'm relatively successful, right? I make a good living, bro.
You're pretty doleful. You're pretty doleful.
But I should be a lot more successful. This is what happened to me and to the young comics, to you, bro. I was such a purist, bro. Such a purist about the art that I forgot that it's called show business. It's called show business. And I was a stickler to being a purist, and you write your material and you fucking hone your skills, but that same passion, that same love has to go into the business. You have to wake up in the morning and go, how do I make this product money? You know, and you being the product. And yeah, and the first one that I saw was George, not Paul, because Paul got that show, aka Pablo. He got on the Tonight Show. There was only one guy, so George is the first guy that I used to see on the road and talk to him at clubs. And he was business, bro. He was all about. This is before fucking MySpace, bro. He would get people's fucking emails, phone numbers, addresses, and he would send people cards with a stamp, bro.
Really?
Yeah, he would send people fucking cards, and every city he went, he collected data. You know, this is before, so he was like, and I remember him telling me years ago, bro, like at a party, and it was me and Carlos and him, and we're celebrating Chicha's birthday, bro. Chicha from Chicha Chana, right? Yeah. And then and George tells me, Willie, you need to be better at your business, right? This is before he blew up, everything. I'm like, and I literally, like a dumbass, go like, business, fuck that. So I'm an artist, bro. I don't do that shit, you know? So I go, that's good for you. And I remember him and Carlos looked at each other. That's when they were friends. And they looked at each other like, this guy's a fucking idiot. You know, you know what I mean? You don't get it. I was a young comic. I had only been around probably 4 or 5 years. And then, so George, I think Carlos learned the business end from watching George. He's copying what he's doing. And then I'm pretty sure Fluffy, but the time Fluffy got in, the social media was up already. So he did all that they were doing, but he did it through social media, you know? Because, yes, he's funny, he's an entertainer, but he's also a businessman. And then Fluffy worked with Felipe, and I think Felipe learned his business skills from watching Fluffy. And me, bro, I always thought it was going to come natural. And it wasn't until like a couple of years ago, believe it or not, as long as I've been around, I mean, I made a career, bro. I mean, you know, I raised a family, put all my kids through college, my wife, my ex through college. You know, we weren't starving by any means. You know, I was making I was making good living, bro. You know, I was working the improvs. There was like 25 improvs around the country. Bud Friedman, I was his guy, the guy who owned them all. So, you know, I was always working, bro. But I didn't have that savviness. I wasn't doing what I'm doing now in social media, you know, where it's funny because I felt like my second, I feel like it's my second career, like my second.
Like a second win.
Yeah, like second win. Like my sales get caught. And now I'm, you know, so just the business part, bro. Please, brother, the advice I gave you in the art, take the advice that I give you for your business, man. You're not going to reinvent the wheel. Look at the guys that are successful. Look at what they're doing in social media.
Yeah, and you know, because I've had the privilege to work with like Alfred and Sevilla.
Yeah.
And, like learn from those cats, you know, who are kind of probably a little bit after you.
Yeah.
But been in the game long enough.
They've been, yeah.
And I seen guys that blown up through social media.
Yeah.
And it's like they're like not being business savvy. And I'm like, oh, I'm learning from like the Richards and the Alfred of like, it's a business.
No, I'm proud of Richard, bro, because he's a guy that as a hustler. He's a guy who's a business guy. You know, I remember my first interaction with Richard when he was a young comic wasn't good, you know, because this is back when I was a dick, right? So I remember he's getting off stage, and I think it was the Improv. He's the one that reminds me. I forget about this. I didn't even know the story. He told me. Did he tell you the story?
Was it Bears?
No.
It's a different one.
But I told him.
Then there's a couple.
He goes, what did you think? He goes, what did you think of my show? I go, well, I think it's great for Carlos because you just did Carlos Mencia up there. You didn't do you. I go, those laughs that you do, the fucking things, that's all Carlos. I go, well, I said, there's Richard. How come you don't do, I think Richard Villa would be a better comedian. So, and then I just walked away. Right?
You just gut checked those boy and walked away?
No, I was a dick, dude. But I'm proud of him, bro. Guys, I watch him now, and I said, and he found his voice. You know, a comedian finds his voice, bro. You know, they say an actor takes 5 years to learn to play other people. They say a comedian takes 5 years to learn to play himself. So, you know, it's your voice, bro.
What is the hardest place? What is the hardest gig to perform at? Like, I know that sometimes there's like corporate events or at the, you know, at the Improv, at the, you know, at the Comedy Store. Like, which one do you think is like, oh, fuck?
Well, if you ask me, bro, when you said corporate, I'm not a corporate comic. I've been fired from corporate parties because, you know, there's comedians that are clean, right? And when you do a corporate gig, you have to be clean. Leno, I was talking to Leno, right, Jay Leno, and he asked me like, he told me, yeah, Willie, the reason you don't write clean is because you're lazy. He tells me that, but no, bro, I grew up listening to Richard Pryor. I never ever bought something from Jerry Seinfeld, even though he's a funny guy. But I'm not gonna sit there and listen. You know, I would have never bought an album. You know, and just listen there and laugh my ass off. But corporate, probably a corporate job, bro. I'm not a corporate comic, so yeah, I've been fired
Because you have to be like
super,
like your it has to be squeaky clean.
I can
like
do
no
it.
F words,
Look,
no
bro,
this, no
look,
that.
I can do it, bro. When I was my family, when I was supporting my family, and they were, you know, I took every job, bro. I would never turn down a job. I remember I also used to work for Holland America, the cruise ships, and those are upper middle white class people, right? It's not like Carnival, right? Carnival's the hood, but look at, and Holland America, I had to do an hour clean, so I can do it. I just don't like doing it.
You just don't enjoy it.
Yeah, but I did it because, you know, the check's not gonna bounce, and I got a family to feed, you know. But I did it, you know. I did. You do whatever it takes to take care of your family. I believe, as long as you know, you don't rip anybody off, I guess.
Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense. Oh man, that's
Well, thank you. How long is this? Is a long ass podcast, bro. How long have we been on?
An hour and a half.
God damn, bro.
Shit, bro. Well, the conversation was good. I let it go until, you know what I'm saying, until, you know, it plays out on its own. But shit, I appreciate you, brother. I know you're busy. I know you were supposed to be here yesterday. I was sitting here all sad and shit, sad boy.
I'm sorry, bro.
I fucking did my own podcast because I had it all set up.
Really?
So I did like episode 2 of mine. I was like, all right, this is episode 2. I did a bunch of other shit, but shit,
bro.
I was fucking sad boy like this. Like,
I'm sorry.
Willie, dog. Let me hang, dog.
No, bro. You know, I'm sorry, man. I sometimes, like, I don't know if you're like this, man. I'll somebody, hey, you want to do this? Yeah. Hey, you want to do this? Yeah. And then you double book yourself.
Yeah.
And I double booked myself. I kind of explained to you, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me, man.
No, I appreciate you. Before we go, because you brought up something really good.
Hey, bro, your pink water is tripping me out. I ain't gonna lie, dude. I swear, dude.
Look, no, it looks pink. So I'm gonna sell these cups too, guys. I just gotta get somebody to do all the merch. So it's clear, and the moment you add cold liquid, it turns red because of the True Hustle. You know what I mean?
All right.
You know what I mean?
Hey, as long as you don't diddy me, bro.
No, we're not gonna diddy you, fool. I drank the same thing, fool. As long as you don't diddy. All right, this is the last question. You say you had your second win, but I think a lot of that has to do with your social media presence. Like it's like you found the social media. Well, it's attributed to your two sons or
my one son. I have 3 boys, but
Yeah.
my middle kid, he's my producer, he's my videographer, and he's my social media guy.
That's fucking
Social
dope.
media manager. Well, it started about, I think it was 3 years ago. He said, "Hey, Dad, can I put one of your clips on TikTok?" TikTok. And so he put a video up, and it got 20 million views. And then,
crazy.
And so I was never, like I said, I was never savvy like Felipe and Gabriel and George. I was never, honestly, bro, be perfectly honest, I didn't give a fuck because I enjoyed, coaching my kids, bro. I enjoyed being at their games. I was their coach, bro. I was their coach. I wasn't like, I was the guy who called the parents, who would phone everybody, who would, hey, bro, which size is your jersey? You know what I mean? That guy. Mm-hmm. I was involved, bro. And so I had 2 teams, bro. I had Willie's team. They're a year and a half apart, so they have different ages. One plays 10U, the other plays 9U. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like one plays 8U, the other plays 7U. So to me, bro, that fame and that all that was in the back burner. Okay, if I got a gig, I'll be in Dallas, and I'll make X amount of money. I'm like this, bro, X amount of money. Okay, I pay the bills, pay the cars, pay all my bills. Still have some money left over. Fuck yeah, I'll do that. Boom. Then cancel the following week because I got 4 tournaments. You know what I mean? That was me. That was my. And I would, if I had to do that over again, bro, I probably would do it exactly that way, man. Because, at the end of the day, when you die, and this is an old cliche, right? Nobody says, "Fuck, I wish I would have had more money." I mean, my thing, bro, is my sons, I still talk to them. And I know there's a lot of adults, bro, that their kids are adults and their communication is horrible, bro, non-existent. But I think the reason is because you didn't invest anything into it, so now they don't feel for you. So now that you're older and they're older, fuck, like yesterday, my son, I was hanging out with my son. He helped me with that move, my older one, okay. Willie. And then he calls me, Dad, I'm going to the Kings game. You playing the Kings game? Yeah, mijo. Oh, going with my girlfriend. Yeah, boom, boom. My other son, hey, mijo, what? We're gonna do the podcast. Yeah, I got this cat coming. Okay, great, beautiful conversations, bro. It's not just about podcasts. And the younger one, hey, we're talking, and he's like, yeah, Dad, you called me, right? Returned my call. I go, yeah, I heard that you got a new coach at the college. We had a long conversation about baseball and his coach, bro. So that to me. You can't put value, bro. You can't put price on that because it's priceless. So yeah, bro, I'm happy that this social media is helping me, but it really it's funny because my son is the one that did it, and I never planned it. I never said, well, I'm gonna be good to my son so he can work for me later. It just organically happened, bro.
Man, God has his fingerprints all over that, bro.
Yeah,
it just happens. It's just,
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm glad it happened for you.
Yeah. No, bro.
So now you get to work with, man, your manager is your son. I mean, your social media.
Yeah.
The one that's in charge of everything.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
No. I'm working on, building a good relationship with my oldest, but we have a lot of issues.
I'm telling you, bro. Read this book. Read this book. How old is he?
He's gonna be 22 in June.
Okay. You gotta read. You gotta read a book, bro. I always tell my son. We were talking yesterday about books, right? And I told him, this is one thing I told him. I go, son, whatever issue we had, because it's a specific issue that he's going through. So I said, okay, this works for me, son. Get a book that's dealing with the issue that you're having problems with. I go, when someone writes a book, the minimum of information of years of knowledge is 10 years. That's in the average. So somebody studied something for 10 years to talk about the issue you're going through. So it's going to make sense that there's going to be something, a nugget, a piece of information that is going to help you use as a tool to connect with an issue. And your issue with your son, I don't know what it is. 22, I get it. I have a 27, 29-year-old. I have a 20-year-old, so I understand, bro, because we've it's not always been smooth, bro. You know, I can't tell you that we haven't had our issues, but I know at that age, at 22, they start feeling like I'm a man now, and we still look at them as our sons. But see, you gotta understand, they want you to look at them as a man, like the way you treat another homie.
And I'm trying my best to do that, but it's just difficult because he thinks differently. Like, and this is from my first, So we know the co-parenting, all that shit.
Yeah. You know the best thing, bro, for me, I don't know if he drinks beer or he doesn't drink beer, or whatever. But I know with my sons, bro, what's worked for me is individually, not together. Like I wouldn't take them out in a group. All right, listen, guys, let's get our shit. Let's connect, right? They'll be like, fuck out of here.
One-on-one, right?
Yeah. Take your son out to a nice restaurant, bro. And what I would do, bro, is, because you have this issue with your son, I would start off by saying all the things you did wrong, bro. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody is. So, and I think that would show your son that you're vulnerable, that you're leaving yourself open to possibly get hurt. So you start off saying, look, bro, here's what I did wrong, man. And it sounds crazy because you told me about your dad being real macho, but I have a friend who's super wealthy, bro, multimillionaire. He won't talk to his son, right? And one time we were having dinner, me and my friend, I go, bro, doesn't it bother you that your son doesn't want to talk to you? He goes, fuck no, it don't bother me. And at the time, me and Camilo, the youngest, were having a really hard time connecting. He goes, does it bother you that your son don't talk to you? I go, fuck yeah.
Hell yeah, bro.
Fuck yeah, it bothers me, bro. And that's when I tell you, you read the certain books to get a connection. But I would, not to get in your business, bro, but I would tell your son, like, the mistakes you made and why you made them, because he's 22. When he was 1 through 5, you go back in years, you were younger, so you were more immature, and you possibly made some of those poor decisions because of your lack of maturity. But so if you tell your son your mistakes and your vulnerability, his shell that he puts on to protect himself, he'll take it off because you took off yours. So now, okay, man, this guy's being straight with me, and it's not easy, bro. It's not easy to tell someone else, and then you apologize. You actually apologize to your son, and you say, "Will you forgive me?" And the dudes that I know that I raised with relatives, I wasn't raised with a dad, but I was raised with those macho uncles, who I'm sure is like your dad. They were like, fuck, well, I'm not going to apologize. Fucking la verga. Fucking, you know what I mean? Fucking, what about you? How about thank me? What about the food? I fed you. How about that fucking baseball glove? I bought it. How about a fucking thank you? You fucking, and then they're like, oh, this fucking guy, See, those, you can't, those things you did, they're done out of love. They're not done to throw them in someone's face. So you never even have to fucking bring them up. They know. But I think if you address your issues, bro, and you become vulnerable and you tell your kid from the heart, bro, and you explain to him where you were at that time, and you say, hey, look, I'm in a different place, man. Let's look at the past as a learning tool, because I'm here now, and I wanna like cut the bullshit, and then it's not gonna happen like that, bro. Because when you're planting a seed, he's human, so he's not gonna be able to give you. He's not a robot. He's gonna go, oh yes, you trained me, Dad. I am better, and I love you more now. No, right? He's gonna digest what you said. And it's going to be in his thoughts, bro. It's going to be in his thoughts. Right. And maybe you address it and say, hey, man, listen, I'm going to give you something to think about. What do you say? We have dinner 2 weeks from now. You know what I mean, bro? And then slowly, bro, the energy and your communication changes, man. And then also, like I said, when you call him on the phone, you know, you got to remember he's a man now, so you got to do it with a lot of respect, you know. And it's not that you're being a bitch, and it's not being that he's like fucking punking you. Is you're showing him respect, and then he's gonna give you respect back, you know. So I don't know, bro.
I agree with that. It was like 1,000%. I think you know, as men, we always have that. No, I'm not gonna do this because of this.
I ain't no bitch.
I ain't no bitch.
Yeah,
homie.
yeah.
Like,
yeah.
well, fool, sometimes you gotta just tone it down and just, you know, communicate with this.
Yeah, somehow in our culture, bro, being loving is being a bitch, bro, because we're so it's such in our culture, like those words, you know, fucking no seas rajón, right? No seas puto, no seas maricón, no seas. So we're like fucking super fucking amped up, but you never hear like, hey, con más cariño, hazlo con amor, or seas más tierno. You know, you don't hear these words, but those are actually the words that fucking create harmony, you know, create peace in the house, create peace with your significant other, which is going to trickle down to the kids. Where I was such a dick, dude, with my ex, all this macho shit, that it trickled down to my kids, but in the wrong way. They're like, this guy's a dick. So anyways, bro.
Damn, that's a great point right there. That's a hell of a way to end the interview. You have any questions? My brother.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Thank
Again,
you
man.
so much,
And
bro. This was good. I know we went for like 2 hours, dog, but the conversation was good. It was worth. I know, you know, you were supposed to be here yesterday, but I know you had something to do, and I just appreciate that you made the time today, brother.
Thank
it means
you,
everything
bro.
to me.
Thank you, bro. I'm
let them know where they follow you at,
Yeah.
what show. I mean, where can they buy tickets for your show? All that stuff.
Okay, well, just two shows I'll mention. I'm at that a stadium this Saturday with Paul Rodriguez and Jay Moore.
No way, where?
You know the name of it, bro? The stadium? Hold on, brother.
What is it, right here in LA?
It's in Lake Elsinore.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's the stadium. The stadium in Lake Elsinore, bro.
Oh, outdoors, but the Improv?
No. It's a baseball stadium. It's the Lake Elsinore Diamond Stadium.
All right.
On Saturday. Yeah, there it is. Do you edit this so it doesn't? Yeah. Okay, so it's the Lake Elsinore Diamond Stadium. It's an outdoor event, and it's Jay Moore. I don't know if you know Jay Moore. You know the actor?
Yes. Which one? The white guy?
Yeah, he was in that. With his biggest for me, he was in a lot of movies, bro. But the biggest scene was when he was the agent for that. You show me the money. Remember, that wasn't the name of. It was with Tom Cruise.
Oh, fucking Tony Maguire. Or is it Tony? Or is it?
No. From what's that movie?
Show me the money.
Cuba. Yeah.
Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
My bad.
He played the sleazy agent. I think Sugar. I think his name was Sugar.
Okay.
And that one, Jay Moore. That was a long time ago. But he's done a lot of movies. He's actually married to the Jenny Buss. Is that her name? That one, the owner of the Lakers.
Nah.
Yeah. He's married to her.
Damn.
That's it.
Magic Johnson?
No, it's not Magic Johnson. No, you're talking about Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson.
Well, they were dating, but now...
Yeah, no, he married. They got married. And anyways, I'll be there this Saturday, bro. Next Saturday, I'll be at the Ha Ha Comedy Club. 2 shows on Saturday, 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock.
Let's go to that one?
Yeah. You guys, hey, come hang out.
Yeah,
have a, you know, I don't know if you, I always have nice tequila. We'll have a, you know, shoot the shit. If you want to do a set, bro, I'll put you on stage. Yeah, I'll give you a little stage time, bro.
Let's run it. I'll be there then.
So,
but not this Saturday, but the following Saturday.
Yeah, not this Saturday, next Saturday. 2 shows, bro. All right. So you let me know. You got my number. Let me know and give me all your info. Let me know if you can be there. And I look forward to seeing everybody at the Ha in 2 weeks.
Let's go. Make sure you follow my boy.
Yeah, on Instagram, on Facebook, and TikTok is Willie Barcena, Willie. Last name's Bar, B as in boy, Arcena. Hit me up.
Let's go, baby, my brother. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro.